this short video, we will attempt to explain how simply and easy it is to use the Rainbird Temporary Adjust feature to gain the maximum benefit out of your central control system from the V8 mapping software. So, for an example, at station level, we have the ability to temporarily adjust a station from an influence, whether that's because temporarily you want it to just apply more water because you can see it's potentially drying out and you want to review the adjustment before making it permanent, or whether you've done something that is going to be a temporary condition. So if we take 2F27, which becomes obviously the first rotor off the end of the walkway here, and perhaps you just drilled some seed into the end of the walkway as we come into the spring. If we right click on that head, we can bring up the properties menu. And here we have the ability to say temporary adjust. So if we were to say that this head should apply 200% of its standard water for say 14 days to allow that new plant to get to two-leaf stage. And what will happen here is every time that station is cooled within this 14-day period, it will apply 200% of the program it's included in. And then at the end of the 14 days, as the computer counts down this clock, so tomorrow this would say 13, the central control system will remember for you for the whole of the 14-day period that in that area, the new seedlings require an increase in water level. And then at the end of the 14 days, it will simply revert back to the standard address. Similarly, if we looked at this 1F7 down in this corner here, if we'd had a wet period and we decided that actually this should only get 50% for the next 5 days, so 50% of the program rule for the next 5 days, we can apply a temporary adjust down, and this is simulated through a red down arrow. And that again will count down the 5 days and then revert back to normal. So the PC central control system can act as your brain. So you don't have to remember after 5 or 6 days why to turn something off or undo an adjustment. How many times have you wondered why a T is so dry or a T is so wet, where you've made an adjustment and then forgotten to rechange? With Rainbird Temporary Adjust, this can do this for you. We can also temporarily adjust our programs from the map. So if we consider the North Greens, we can look at our properties. We can temporarily adjust 130, and we'll just do that for the 3 days. So I'm heading away for the weekend, and I just want to make sure that that's going up. And we now have a simulation with a blue arrow to indicate that that's the case. Whereas the South Greens, I want to run them dry this weekend. I'm going to go at 50% for 3 days. Oh, I didn't save that. That worked out. That's simulated with the down arrow. And that's how simple it is to use temporary adjust to ensure that your brain not only stays in the system for the period you determined, but most importantly, comes back out so that when the condition has passed that you're required to make an adjustment for, the system's back ready to operate as normal.